What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a pretty overcast Sunday, and I am making just a short trip from Bucharest to Brasov. I have a friend in tow. You can probably see him in the mirror. His name is Derek. He's from the US, living in Qatar with work, but he is a US national, and he's currently on the back of Brutus, and we're both heading out of Bucharest into Brasov for basically just a pleasant ride, weekend ride. He's going to remain in Brasov and he's going to bring the bike back later, but I just wanted to document and film this little road trip because I am taking Donnie back out on the road. I know a lot of you have been waiting for a road trip with Donnie once again, and I have done a couple of modifications to him, like the medium-sized windscreen, like the Kaiji Android Auto. I also have the iNov blind spot monitoring system mounted. The video on that is probably out, but currently I am still in testing phase, and yeah, it seems to work pretty well. I am very happy with it, but go see my review of it, and I'll probably link it up here somewhere, and see if you should buy it or not. And if you do decide to buy it, then check the description, because there's an affiliate link down below where the channel gets a small kickback if you decide to buy at no extra cost to you. But yeah, we are on the highway, Donnie and Brutus riding together, heading up into the mountains, and we're not gonna take like the normal road to Brasov. We're just gonna take one of the side roads that's a little bit more scenic. But for the first part of the trip, there's no avoiding it. We got about 60 kilometers of highway. Derek on the BMW could go a lot faster, but I am limited with my little Brutus going 102. Let's see how much is that in real speed. So about 91 kilometers an hour real speed. This is a comfortable speed for little Donnie, and yeah, we're just gonna keep it at this speed. Put in the cruise control, dial in some cruise control, and yeah, get through this highway as quickly as possible, and then we will be onto the beautiful roads. Advantages of YouTube is that for you guys, this transition is gonna be just about instant. For me, on the other hand, I actually have to ride about 45 minutes into Ploiești and get off this highway. Well, we are off the main road, and I don't know what's up with me in the past couple of months, because every time I go out of the city I am being chased by the rain. Even right now we have a light drizzle chasing us slowly but surely to Brasov. The only problem is, if we thread the needle on the way there, I have to return back also today. So it's gonna be an interesting one how I thread the needle back, but nah. Anyway, the road is nice. We are in a village currently, but it's probably gonna get a lot nicer. I haven't been on this road for quite some time. It's the alternative route from Bucharest to Brasov, DN1A, and yeah, I thought for this trip might as well show Derek not the mainstream road, but like the alternative route, which is actually a lot prettier than the main one, just because it's not so crowded. I hope you can see Brutus and Derek behind me. I'm hoping he's getting along with him, because yeah, he's of a different stature than I am, and I don't think the rider triangle is perfect for his stature, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna get along. Oh, I can't wait to get back up into the mountains, the cool air of the mountains. Although right now it's quite chilly. It's about 20 degrees, 19 degrees Celsius, and it is a bit chilly, honestly. But it's not uncomfortable, that's the thing. I am pretty well dressed and it's not uncomfortable, and yeah, I kind of like the cool breeze. If it gets any cooler, then we might have a problem, because I don't have extra layers with me. But if it maintains like this, it's gonna be perfect. Maybe just a little cool mountain breeze once we get up into the mountains, but for now it's good. We are currently in a village. I don't know which village, I forgot to look when we entered. It's a little quaint Romanian village or small town, something like that. I think it might be Polish. I have no idea where I am. I put everything into the GPS, and guide me, magic black box of guidance. Wide open roads, very little traffic. See, that's what you get when you get off the beaten path. Get off the beaten path and just take the little side road, and this is what you get. Nice open roads, and I think we have a train. Okay. Yep, we have got a train. How's he treating you?
We're getting along now, but I figured out like where it wants me to sit. It's not terrible. It's not optimal, but it's not terrible.
It takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
But still, a 30-year-old bike?
Yeah. And it was set up for a scooter rider.
Yeah, it kind of was.
I'm going to adjust a couple other little things here and there. So when you get it back, it's not going to feel the same.
I'll manage. Yeah, you can see the difference between a scooter rider and a motorcycle rider. He instantly wanted to adjust all of the positions, all of the controls, everything adjusted to the way he likes them. And yeah, didn't like my setup. We even had to take off the handlebar riser because he definitely didn't like the handlebar risers. But yeah, to each his own. Each bike is made for the rider that rides it, and if he wants to readjust all the controls and everything on the BMW for the week that he's gonna have him, then by all means make it your own bike. I'm gonna make it my own bike back again when I get it, because I know what I have to set up and what I have to adjust to get it to my liking. And that's what I keep telling you guys always about bikes, because I do get a lot of questions. Will I fit good on this bike? Will I fit good on that bike? Will I fit good on this scooter or that scooter or that moped or this moped? Guys, I don't know. Go try them out for yourselves, because everybody is different and everybody has their own stature, their own favorite positions. Like the way the BMW was set up, it was perfect for me. Derek gone out and said, I can't ride it like this. And for sure he couldn't. He's used to a different riding position, and his body requires a different riding position, and so everything had to be readjusted. Problem is, on a bike you can't do that because you can move a couple of things around, but on a scooter you cannot move. Pretty much you can't move anything around. So that's why I keep telling you every time you ask me about scooters, if you want to ask will you fit on it or not, go in the showroom, sit on one, because if you don't fit on it, it's not gonna be pleasant for you. And sometimes scooters that I feel are extremely comfortable for me might be terribly uncomfortable for you, so you have to try them out. You have to go sit on one, see how you like the riding position, see how you like the rider triangle. Now this is gonna be an interesting bit of road, 7 kilometers to Valeni de Monte, and we are climbing up and over this pretty big hill. Let's see our altitude. We're climbing up into the forest. We're 300 meters of altitude and climbing. I am showing them some of the best roads I have around Bucharest, or the best roads that I have getting from Bucharest to Brasov, and hopefully he enjoys them and starts getting along with the bike. I mean, if he doesn't, it's not like he has any other choice. The Zontes, first of all, he's not used to riding scooters, and the Zontes currently has no registration because the temporary tag expired and the proper paperwork is still a couple of days out. So that was basically his only option. I think he's still forgetting his indicator on. Those BMW indicators are pretty wacky and do take some time to get used to, but yeah, like I said, it takes some time getting used to, and he's been on the bike only for about 100 kilometers, so I'm pretty sure he's definitely not used to them, but he will get used to them. I mean, you gotta love Brutus. I mean, he is definitely leaning into the bends. I did tell him to take it easy, and that's not taking it easy. Well, I sure hope he knows what he's doing. Can we keep up with the Brutus on the run? There's my boy. Well, if you're starting to enjoy him, that's a good thing. That's a properly good thing. As a guest in my country, I really want him to enjoy the bike I was able to give him, because that's the only bike I could give him. If not, then yeah, it is what it is. I don't have, it's not like I have anything else that I could give, but I'm pretty sure these beautiful roads combined with being on a motorcycle instead of renting a car, they kind of paint a pretty enough picture. And now the years have started popping as we are climbing up in the mount, 642 meters of altitude, and we are going higher and higher. I don't know what's the maximum altitude on this stretch of road. I know on the other one it's about 1,000 meters, but on this one I have no idea. I think though we might take a bit of a break, because we've been in the saddle for close to 2 hours non-stop, so it's high time for a bit of a break. Just have to find a good parking spot up here in the mountains, because I didn't want to stop in a village, because yeah, why stop in a village when you can stop in the mountains? But yeah, it's drizzling again, so that's a thing. 10-minute break. Wait. It has crash bar. It has fallen off on its side before, so it was fine every single time. So it has proper scaffolding. Only about an hour left. When you see 55 kilometers and 1 hour, that's gonna be a twisty road. Yeah. Got it. Now you're getting the hang of it. Yeah. Do you want the GPS on for...
No. So I'm just following you. Yeah, it turned off.
It turned off the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Good? Alright, let's hit the road. And now we're getting up into the mountains. We only have about 55 kilometers left to Brasov, but these are the most beautiful kilometers, because now we are basically just entering the Carpathian Mountains, and the road is gonna get very, very, very scenic. I am gonna have to search for a fuel station. I put it in a fuel station that is 55 kilometers away. I already have 130 on the clock, so we are reaching just about Donnie's maximum range. But yeah, we should make it there, no problems. In terms of altitude, we are at 700 meters of altitude, and we're gonna probably maintain this altitude for a while as we traverse the mountains. Man, is it ever pretty. We stopped for a breather just as we were entering the mountains, because I wanted him to take I basically wanted us to take a break, be relaxed, and get into the beautiful scenery and ride it as a whole. It is a little bit bumpy for my little scoot, but I'm pretty sure the GS's suspension can handle it. And the road is actually fairly quiet, which is a great bonus. You know, it's nice to get Donnie out on a bit of a trip. Haven't road tripped him up through the mountains for quite some time now. And because Derek had to go to Brasov and I was free today, I was basically like, you know what, I'm just gonna ride my scoot up to the mountains and back, because I haven't done this in a while and I was kind of missing it. And yeah, good decision. Do not regret this decision whatsoever, because whew, this is a wonderful way of spending your Sunday afternoon. Riding up through the mountains and then I'm gonna have to ride it back. Find any excuse to ride. You just gotta find any excuse to go out for a ride. Just look at all the trees and the forest on the side of the mountain. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, now we got a problem with this truck. I don't know how I can overtake this truck, because I don't have power on my side. I'm gonna have to find the perfect opportunity to get around him, and after this tight bend we should have a straight bit of road. Let's see, can we see down the road? No, we can't. Ugh. And now we're gonna have, maybe after this corner I can actually pull off an overtake. Cambered corners should slingshot past. Ow, fudge. Well, I managed to get past. Derek can use the power of the GS. I'm not worried about him. But yeah, the problem was me with my little 12 horsepower machine. If I could get past. Up and up and up and up we go. 7% grade. Come on, Tony, put the power down. Well, he can actually put all of his power down. The only problem is there's not all that much power to put down. But we're making the most out of it. Oh, it's still fun. Still fun to ride him around. Woo, downhill 10%. Still got that head shake. There we go, he got the overtake in. Now we can bond this road properly. Don't have to wait around for that truck. And can thoroughly enjoy the GS. Whee! I think he actually can ride that thing, at least in the corners, a lot better than I can. Because he has more motorcycle experience. Actually, I think just about all of his experience is motorcycle related. And I am more of a scooter guy, and the dynamics of scooters and motorcycles in bends on corners is completely different. The way you lean in a scooter is completely different than the way you lean in a big bike. And he has more experience than I do with big bikes, and whoa! Dumbass completely on the opposite side of the road. Have to be careful of these kinds of dumbasses. They are around. They are around. There's no getting away from them. But man, dude, don't do that kind of shit. Stay in your lane as much as you possibly can. That guy was completely 100% intentional in my lane. Don't do that on a mountain road. That's just stupid. That's just idiotic. That's how people get killed. I mean, it ain't that difficult to hold your lane. You're not racing. You're not a racing driver doing a competition hill climb. Nope. You're on a public road. I do have to pay attention to the corners. I do have them up here on my Kaiji, but yeah. I actually have to look at it and pay attention to it if I want to know what corners are coming up. Also, remember, if you don't know, or if you've forgotten, I am giving one of these Kaiji AI05 plays away. Link to that video is down in the description below. But yeah, you don't have to purchase anything, you don't have to do anything. This is a giveaway for my subscribers. You can follow Kaiji on Facebook. Just click the link, get yourself entered to win one of these units, and it's a worldwide giveaway. I'm shipping it anywhere in the world. I don't care where you live. The winner is gonna get his product. Very ominous clouds up ahead. Very ominous clouds. I really hope I can make it dry to Brasov and back to Bucharest. Mainly dry, mostly dry, hopefully. And now we have entered Cheia. It's one of Romania's least known resorts, and it's less touristy than all the others. Very quaint, very rustic, and yeah, you can see by the fact that you can see very few houses. I mean, it isn't as crowded as some other places in the mountains in Romania, that's for sure. But you could have a wonderful time here for a couple of days, enjoying the countryside. Well, this mountain pass has gotten a lot prettier than in the beginning. It was pretty then, but now as we're getting deep into the road and deep into the mountain, man, is it ever gorgeous. We are currently at about 1,000 meters of altitude, and but the road is so windy, and you can really link corners together in such a beautiful way. It is a little bit bumpy for the suspension on my scoot. That is a little bit difficult, but considering I'm used to it, I know how to manage them. But yeah, it's gorgeous. Oh, tight bend. Definitely a lot of fun to be had here. Whoa. Bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. The corners are just so nicely connected one to another, and we are gonna get into one of, I think it's a descent, but it's gonna be an extremely interesting descent because very, very tight switchbacks. I remember that part. I keep forgetting, coming from this direction, if it's a descent or an ascent. But I think it's a descent because we are already climbing 985 meters. But would you just look at how pretty the road is. Man. Again, I could have spent my Sunday at home watching TV. Why? And I could be out doing this. Bumpy. Only 33 kilometers left to Brasov. Oh, the fun is gonna be over in less than half an hour. No. Might as well enjoy it as much as possible. Check it out. Everyone did request another road trip with Donnie. Well, actually everybody is requesting road trips with all my bikes. So yeah, you're getting Donnie today, okay? Everybody's getting Donnie. Derek is getting Brutus, but he doesn't have a camera on his helmet. How fun is this? Whee! Opening up the taps. And just letting the ballerina dance, boys. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're turning right, and then just look at how tight those switchbacks are. Oh, it's gonna be a fun one, and I think they might be uphill. We are pretty low down now. We are in the valley, but for the life of me, I can't remember. I cannot remember if they are uphill or downhill for the life of me. I think last time I passed through here 2015, so 9 years ago was the last time I passed through here. And I cannot for the life of me remember if the following switchbacks are uphill or downhill. Currently now I would say they are uphill because I see only mountains on both to my right hand side and to my left hand side, and up ahead I feel like I'm in a valley, so the next section of switchbacks should be uphill, so that's what I'm thinking, but I may be wrong. Anyway, we are gonna find out right about now. Let's see. So, windy roads the next 5 kilometers. Well, no shit. They are uphill. 7% grade. Come on, Donnie. This is gonna be interesting with my little scoot. Problem is I have a car up ahead and I have to maintain momentum through the corners. And he's not interested in driving any faster. Oh well. This is where little Donnie is hurting, but actually with this car up ahead, I could actually go faster, but it's nigh on impossible for me to overtake him now. Oh boy. Car coming in the opposite direction. Yeah, just enjoy the scenery. I have nothing to do. I have to climb this road behind a little Ford Focus that's not going all that fast, or I may just be cheeky enough. Oh, there's another car coming. Seriously? I don't know how I can pull this off. Bumps. I think the best decision is to just lay back and enjoy. It is absolutely gorgeous, but how high are we? 1,100 meters. So we are 1,100 meters. Oh, great corner. There we go. Got the overtake in. And man, Derek is really leaning into Brutus. I hope he knows what he's doing, but he's really leaning into him. A lot more than I was usually doing. Just goes to show experience on a motorcycle instead of a scooter. You put him on that bike and he's instantly at home on it. At least more than I actually am, and I actually own him. Yeah. Come on, baby. The climb is just about over. I think we're about to summit. We might be summiting anytime soon. Thank you. Queue of cars. How are you? Man, almost 1,200 meters. I didn't remember this road being higher than the other way. But yeah, we're still gonna be climbing. That means I chose a wonderful route, and I should remember this stretch of road because it is absolutely gorgeous. Traffic, on the other hand, isn't. We could be having a lot more fun on this bit of road now. But yeah, it is what it is. I could push the limits a little bit. Oh, seriously? Dude, how slow are you? Man, that guy in the first car is real slow. I mean, we're barely going 30 kilometers an hour on the straights. He's taking the corners in first gear. Come on, mate. And it's not like he's holding up just me. I mean, we are a complete queue of cars being held up by this dude. $1,200 meters up in the air. Come on, Donnie. Let's try and do this. Okay. Well, we did it. 12 horsepower got us up the hill. Managed to do our overtake in the nick of time. Probably the guy coming from the other side was a little bit helpful, and thank him for that. But now, now it's the downhill section where, yeah, we're gonna need brakes. Whee! Roller coaster. Brakes, brakes, brakes. This is fun. You guys enjoying the ride? I certainly am. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Nice and easy. Isn't this just gorgeous? Man, I always forget. I have to keep my eyes on the road and not on the scenery if I do not wish to end up in the scenery. But it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. So bloody pretty. And I'm happy to see a lot of bikers out today, even though it's a pretty chilly day. Well, currently it's 11 degrees Celsius outside, so that's cool. That's pretty damn cool. Borderline cold. And a lot of bikers are outside, riding, having fun, enjoying themselves. I really like to see that. Really, really like to see that. Thankfully, I think the sky is clearing up. We might just be in luck once again threading the needle and somehow avoiding all of the rain. We did have a rain forecast, but I think somehow I am making it to Brasov and then back to Bucharest dry. Now I could be jinxing it right now, but who knows? Finally we have a bit of sunlight. The sun has decided to grace us with his presence, or at least the clouds have decided to allow the sun to grace us with his presence. As we have entered the metropolitan area of Brasov, we're almost to the destination. But what an enjoyable ride it has been. A bit chilly, but we made the best of it. So basically the plan now is to get into Brasov, and then I think we're gonna part ways because he has to go look for a hotel room, and I have to get back to Bucharest because it's currently 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm working tomorrow, and I still have a 3-hour ride back. So yeah, I think we're gonna just get into Brasov, stop, talk a little bit, and then he's gonna go on his merry way, and I'm gonna turn it around and come back the other way to Bucharest, the quicker way this time. Hopefully the weather stays pretty, because on the Transylvania side of the Carpathians it is gorgeous here. On the other side, from where we came, it was a little bit cold, a little bit overcast, but here it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, check out the sun's shining down upon us. And the traffic wasn't all that bad. It was pretty, not completely empty, but we didn't have a lot of traffic problems. So a thoroughly enjoyable ride. So I'll let you to it. Enjoy your stay here. Now something, come on, proper. It's a custom here, if you have gloves you don't shake hands, and sometimes I forget, sometimes I shake hands. We're motorcycle riders, we kind of have gloves all the time.
I work with gloves on most of the time, so I've always got gloves on.
Yeah, it's just a local custom. I don't know if it's in other places the same, where you don't shake hands with gloves. Sometimes I forget, I extend the hand and like no, and stuff like this happens. All right. Yep. Enjoy the roads of Brasov.
Photos up on Discord or somewhere.
Yeah.
So you can kind of keep track of what I'm doing and where I'm taking this thing.
Yeah. One suggestion, a popular road here for motorcycle riders, is you go from Brasov to Poiana Brasov.
Okay.
It's real close. It's like a suburb up in the hills, and it's like, I don't know, 10-20 kilometers of road, but it's very windy. And that's a popular hotspot for motorcycle riders. All right. See ya. And that is it. We're gonna let Derek to his own accord, and I am gonna start heading back to Bucharest. I fully trust Brutus will take care of him. And they're probably gonna have some fun together, but I have to get back to Bucharest because tomorrow I am working, and I need to get back to Bucharest to have a decent night's sleep and get ready for a full week of work. We are gonna take the normal road back to Bucharest, the Predeal, through Predeal and Bușteni, and that's kind of not really pretty boring, but yeah, it's not all that interesting like this section of road was. I'm probably gonna show you a little bit of the climb, and then once it gets boring, then we'll just end it there. No sense in watching just straight lines, but anyway, let's go. That was a close call. Good thing for ABS. Just a moment not looking up ahead, and stuff like that can happen. Now I am looking for a bit of a bio brake because yeah, I kind of need one. You know, weird part is my fuel light hasn't come on yet, and we are on 193 kilometers on this tank, and my fuel light hasn't come on just yet. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna stop for a bio break and then keep on riding. There is another petrol station about 20 or 30 kilometers away from here, and since I don't have a fuel light on, that means I have at least 30 kilometers of range left in the tank. I'm gonna have to do my math a little bit, but first a bio brake because it's very, very much needed. Donnie may not need a brake, but I definitely need one. Alright, bio brake done. We have another 7 kilometers to a fuel station. I am at a fuel station, but I want to go to a different fuel station because of reasons. And I'm gonna see the fuel economy because, interestingly, with this new windscreen, I think the fuel economy has gone up dramatically. Now, I didn't ride him slow per se. I didn't ride Donnie all that slow, but yeah, usually I'm at 194 kilometers already done, and I should have had the fuel light on a long time ago, and I'm still not having the fuel light on. So getting past 200 kilometers with just one tank, I think I'm loving this little screen now. If I get that good fuel economy with it, then yeah, it's gonna be a game changer. This thing now has some proper range, and with a fuel can or two, I can get some very, very good range out of it. So yeah, I just let Derek to find a hotel. He already chose a hotel. He's going to the hotel. No point in me actually going into Brasov because I couldn't stay, or we couldn't go out for dinner or something, because I really have to get back to Bucharest. It's currently almost 5 o'clock, 10 minutes to 5. And the road back home is gonna take another 3 hours. So I should be getting home at about 8 o'clock. And yeah, it's probably gonna get chilly. Past 7 or 8 o'clock, it's probably gonna get chilly. And I don't want to spend any more time on the road than I need to. It was a fun ride. It's a wonderful... I do not regret hitting the road with him, but yeah, I should probably make my way home, because otherwise I'm gonna start freezing, because I do not have any layers with me. No, really. There we go. So yeah, I do not have any extra layers with me. What I have on me is what I have. If this is good enough, then that's good enough. If not, well, I'm gonna have to suck it up and ride like this all the way home. And to give myself a better chance of not having a painful return trip, I better not muck around, and I better put the hammer down and get myself as quickly as I can home. Anyway, this was just a test for the camera, for the new setup with the windscreen, with the Kaiji. Also a test for the scooter, because I want to see how the fuel consumption is now and how everything is. So currently I'm liking it. Currently I like it very, very much. What is this thing doing? There we go. Show me some proper navigation. Come on, Google. Woo, a train. Woo woo. There she blows. It's fueling time. It's fueling time. Let's get in and get some fuel in Little Donnie. I'm really curious to see what the fuel consumption is, because it's gotta be low. Oh, fuel light just came on at 201 kilometers. Fuel light just came on. Perfect. Now we can see. And for a moment there, I thought maybe my fuel light was broken, because honestly it was just weird that usually the light, when I'm riding long distance, the light comes on at 104, 160, 170 kilometers with the old windscreen at least. But with this new lowered windscreen, apparently aerodynamics has been greatly improved. So reset this. What are we at? 45,500 kilometers on the dot. Let's get some fuel in the old boy. Also, I want to write down my fueling. All right, let's see. Kilometers, 45,500. 2002 kilometers covered. 95. Should go in only about 5.5 liters for 200 kilometers. Man, that's, if it gets less than 3% per 100 kilometers, that's awesome. But actually I think it's gonna get 6 liters are gonna go in. 457. Come on, we're still not full. Yep, spilled a bit. Okay, now it's full. Brimmed, as I would call it. 6.16. Whoa, that's good. For 200 clicks, that's good. So we have 6.16 liters, total price 44.41. Let's see. 3.05. That's awesome fuel consumption. Way to go, Donnie. Way to go. Anyway, let's go in and pay. Then we can hit the road hard. And I mean hard, boys. We're gonna hit it hard. Actually, considering I have a climb, it's not gonna be all that hard. Alright. Ignition on. Get this in the garbage. Got my drink over here, got my car G started. It should pick up. There it goes, Android Auto. I have to get into the main road and then we can see how far we have to go. You know, I'm really liking that blind spot monitor. You can turn off the volume, you can turn off the beeps, or you can keep them on. And yeah, it really works well. I haven't had false alarms. When I overtake cars, it doesn't beep. Only when cars overtake me. It's always got the correct side. And even there were some points when it was beeping and I didn't see a car in my mirror, but the car was just coming up next to me. Come on, we need an opening. Just one quick. Now, punch it. There we go. Close the visor and out onto the open road we go. 172 kilometers left to go. I know for a fact the fuel is gonna be enough because we just did 200 kilometers on a tank and we still had another liter or so in the tank, so another 20 or 30 kilometers left. Yeah, 230 on a single tank maximum range. That's not bad. Anyway, I'm gonna do this road that I have done hundreds of times and get back home, preferably in the 3 hours that the GPS says it's gonna take me to do them. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video, this little Sunday ride. And Derek, if you're watching, I really hope Blutus takes good care of you and you take good care of him, and you guys have a couple of beautiful days here in Brasov. Hopefully it all works out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, everyone, take care out there and ride safe. Bye.